And the winner of season 4 of the Outstanding Artist goes to...
Week after week, they pushed beyond their limits. Some discovered new strengths. Others found the confidence they never knew they had. After a season of growth, breakthroughs, and remarkable art, only 3 artists remain.
To get to this point and get eliminated just before one last challenge? No, like, the next challenge cannot be a fail.
They all have won one of the other prizes already. So it sounds to me fair that I win this prize.
Here's my challenge, to paint something bold and paint something different. I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and I did. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a win.
Different styles, different strengths, different stories. Now comes the final challenge that will define them all. What would you want to leave behind? For the next 72 hours, the finalists will have complete freedom to create a masterpiece that defines what they want their legacy to be. Once finished, their work will be unveiled at the Milan Art Gallery, where a live audience, including Society of Professional Artists members and returning competitors, will help determine the winner alongside our judges. After weeks of challenges, of experiencing the highs and lows that come with creating art, of constant critique and feedback, of source making and storytelling, of living and breathing art every second of every day, after all of that, it comes down to this one painting. One final chance to prove who is truly the outstanding artist.
At the end of this video, one of these 3 artists is gonna win $25,000. They have 3 days to create a masterpiece. Artists, are you ready?
Yes.
Your challenge, your final challenge, begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Stephanie entered the competition as one of the strongest technical painters. As a realist painter, she quickly established herself as a frontrunner during the skills phase. But as the competition shifted from technical exercises to artistic voice, we began to see a different side of Stephanie emerge through her unconventional interpretations of the challenges. That approach produced both triumphs and setbacks, from winning the Second Chance Challenge to placing 6th in the Jewelry Challenge. But through it all, she remained committed to seeing the world through her own lens. That willingness to trust her perspective, combined with her creative courage, ultimately helped carry her to the finale. Now, with the biggest painting of the season ahead of her, she's drawing on that same mindset that guided her all season to create something personal and unique to her.
With this, I'm painting from a photograph that I took myself. And I went on Easter morning and we went for a sunrise walk. So I went to my special spot. The birds were incredible. I got a picture of a spoonbill flying. The sunlight is coming through the palm trees and there's a live oak with Spanish moss hanging down. And it's just like everything, and it was just perfect. I'm really excited because it's a very meaningful place for me. And it's really cool that I took the picture while we were doing this. So I'm excited about that. I'm intimidated by the size of the canvas. The one thing that I have to really try is to not go in for crazy detail. And so I know that ahead of time. And so I'm already like breaking it down into different sections, like how am I going to handle this section and how am I going to do it with big brushes and less detail. But that's one of the things, like, it's great to have this challenge specifically for this and pushing myself. And I don't have a choice. I have to do it. I have to do it in the time frame. So I think it's awesome. In order to win, I need to paint a painting that is really consistent throughout the painting. And so, like, all areas need to be with excellence, but at the same time, it needs to be true to how I paint and my voice. And I actually had the thought, like, I've been doing some collage in some of my paintings outside of here, and I don't normally do collage. And the collage things that I have would actually work really well for this. And like, oh, I could run and go home and get those. I'm like, nope, that's not my typical thing. And so I think in order for it to be excellent, it just needs to be my typical, but to the nth degree. I need to like make you feel like it's the first sunrise ever. I want you to be blown away by the sun coming through the trees, is what I want.
From the very beginning of the competition, Ellis's artwork projected confidence. But behind that was an artist who often struggled with self-doubt and held herself to such high standards that she was constantly questioning whether she was good enough for herself. This competition has been about learning to trust herself, and that journey came to a head after the first round of eliminations when Bianca and Bree were sent home. Up until that point, the three had leaned heavily on one another for support, and Ellis wasn't sure if she could continue without them. However, after some soul searching, she found the confidence to trust her own voice, and from that moment forward, her momentum has never slowed. Now, with the finale underway, the question is no longer whether she's good enough. It's what she wants her legacy to say.
I had a hard time in the beginning to really find out what I wanted to paint him, and I think I gave myself too much pressure about this whole legacy thing. I think I just have to make my best piece yet, something that really connects with me and my story and the way I paint and the subjects I paint. And I think it's going to be one where my journey, like from where I came from, and not being happy with myself and not feeling good enough, like to the point where I was hoping to get and feeling good enough. The painting is definitely going to be around that subject. There's definitely something which is about my journey and where I think a lot of people can recognize themselves in. And I think I'm able to create my masterpiece, my best painting yet, if I am able to enjoy the process. But I also noticed, if I look back at the last 4 challenges, I think the previous 3 were better than the last one because there was pressure. So I do think that helps me to give it my all. It's already like a really exceptional position to be in. Playing the finale is, I think, something that I was kind of like hoping and dreaming for, but did I really allow myself to dream about it? I don't think so. The highest goal in general was for me getting there. And it's not about if you don't win, you're bad or you're a bad artist or you're a bad person or all those things. I will definitely be disappointed if I don't make it. But in the end, the only thing I can do is create the best work I can. And it's not only me. I mean, if I make my best piece, but for me, my best piece doesn't have to mean that the judges think that, or that one of the other ones is not better. Could be. I think it's going to be like a intense, strong game.
Rita entered this competition with years of work as a professional artist already under her belt. Throughout the season, that experience was evident in her artistic instincts, regularly putting her brush down when there was still time left on the clock because she knew the piece was already done. But experience didn't make her immune to self-doubt. Time and again, Rita found herself caught between what she knew intellectually, that she was a skilled and accomplished artist, and the nagging feelings that said her art wasn't as good as everyone says it is. That struggle reached its peak after the jewelry challenge, when her lowest placement of the season left her dispirited and questioning herself. Yet, through some deep reflection, Rita experienced a significant personal breakthrough, turning that setback into a victory in the Ultimate Romance Challenge last episode, and securing her place in the finale. With just one painting left, she's left to decide what kind of legacy she wants to leave the outstanding artist with.
I'm thinking, do I go for something so ambitious that is like, let's just surprise myself and everybody else? Or do I go for something with a deep meaning for me? Might not seem as a super crazy painting, but it will, for me, it will mean more to do that compared to something super complicated, you know? I think I'm going for the second one. I want to paint what it feels like to take the power back. Like because I was drained out of power completely, and I felt like I found it the next day, which just seems like a miracle to me. I know there's energy in every painting, and I know I paint a lot of things that I love or inspired by, but not every painting has a very deep emotional meaning to me. But this painting, although I think I will do it simpler, I'm hoping that my deep emotions and understanding of what just happened will translate through that painting. And I hope I will not get nervous enough to tell that story, because I actually think I'm on a disadvantage here with stories, because the moment I start saying something deeply meaningful, I try to turn it into a joke. So it actually takes the weight out of it for myself, but also probably for people who are listening. I don't think you can plan a masterpiece, especially in such a short period of time. But if I paint something that is truly just happened to me and very, very meaningful, and I think can relate to a lot of people, that is my recipe, what I'm doing. I don't know. It seems right.
It's one thing to decide what you want your legacy to be, but it's another thing entirely to bring it to life on the canvas. 3 hours into the finale, it's time to check in and see how each legacy is beginning to take shape.
How are you liking painting on a big canvas?
It was a little intimidating, but now that I have it covered in just like somewhat of a layer of paint, my goal is to just stay in acrylics for the rest of the day and get that layer completely done today. And then I'll start with my oils tomorrow and do glazes.
Awesome. Are you having fun with it?
I am, yeah. Even though it looks crazy and it's a little bit hard to look at the like fluorescent because it's so much, I'm excited because I know what will happen as I keep working it. So I'm really excited to like see the bird emerge now and like start working around it.
I feel like this type of process is like really a practice of delayed gratification. You know?
It definitely is. You have to be okay with the ugly stage. Yeah. So when I paint live, I don't paint like this for that reason. I paint alla prima, which if somebody is sitting there watching me, there's no tolerance for they're like, if they just sat down and watched me for an hour and just do this, they'd be like, she's pretty bad. So I just do alla prima when I do that. And so, but it serves me well because then when, in certain areas I don't need to draw it out first or anything. I can just go in and do it. But I prefer this method.
Yeah, when time permits.
Yes.
And now you have 3 days.
Counting down, it's already half a day is already gone. So
2.5 days.
2.5 days, yes. But it's doable. It's definitely doable.
Cool. Well, I'll let you get back to it.
Thanks.
Yep. How are you feeling about it?
Overwhelmed, tired. I don't really know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, but I think compared to other paintings where I knew the steps, in this one, I'm kind of like intimidated by each new step. And I've painted on even bigger canvases, before. So I don't know, maybe because we went from 16 by 20 to 48 by 60 in 4 weeks, you kind of get used to very small. And I mean, it's exciting. I think every image looks better big.
Yeah.
So even if the source might be like, but once it's on a big canvas, I think it's gonna look great.
What's the goal by the end of the day?
Definitely get everything sketched out. Maybe start the tigers, like blocking in, because one tiger is gonna be very unusual for me. It's gonna be hollow on the inside. And I'm like, how am I gonna do this again? So I think it's gonna take me some time to understand how to do it so it is clearly tiger. Like I need an effect of it being empty, but still look like a tiger. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea. And then the other tiger is gonna be completely opaque. So that's the idea of the painting that I'm not going into right now, which I told you about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Thanks.
Tell me about your process.
Well, making a mess. I always start with a lot of collage and marks and washes, and then my inks, just to cover all the white and to have interesting things going on.
Tell me about like landing on that source, because I know you were working through multiple different sources. What ultimately made you like choose that one?
Every time I opened my laptop and I saw that picture, there was like something happening, something, I got like a little bit emotional even when I saw that. Finding myself again and embracing who I am and my journey, and like a lot of things where I was not happy with in the past years. And I think I'm finally at a point where I'm like, I think I can embrace that and embrace myself. And so that's what I wanted to put on the canvas.
So what's the process for the rest of the day? Like, what's your plan?
We have a couple of hours. So after I finish the inks, I will draw the image on top, block everything in acrylics. If I go fast, maybe I can have more than 50% of the acrylics. But we have some time, and I also need to get used to the big canvas, so bigger brushes and stuff like that.
More ink.
More ink, yeah, more ink.
Still a small blow dryer.
Yeah, but it has to be on low speed, because if you do high speed, it will go everywhere. You don't want to have that. So, but it does take more time to cover it, and well, you need more bigger shapes to make it not as busy. So for today, I will just hope I can end up at least at 50% of acrylics, maybe more.
Do you like working on this big canvas?
So far, yeah. I mean, I haven't painted really, so I don't know how it is when it's upright, standing up, and then like kneeling down and maybe get a ladder or something to do the top, or a chair.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Each story may be different, but all three artists are chasing the same goal: to create a painting worthy of the finale. With every passing hour, the moment draws closer when these artists will reveal the finished legacy they hope will earn them the title of the outstanding artist.
With the finale coming up, I would love to see each artist put their fingerprint on it. And I mean that not with their style, not with what they're comfortable doing, but this is their legacy painting. This is their masterpiece. If this is the last thing you ever paint, what is it? To get that view inside the minds and hearts of another person, let alone an artist at this level, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Painting your legacy is a really serious thing to paint, and I am so excited to see what they come up with. How I would interpret that meaning in a painting would be whatever the artist has kind of overcome in their life, whatever battles they've faced, how can they flip that into the positive, triumphant version? That is their power, and like how are they going to pass that on and like leave their mark on the world?
I think all of these artists deserve to win in their own context. Stephanie is one that, now I think she has such a cool story. She's reached levels that the other two might not have reached just in life. I think that might put her in an advantage. Thematically, I just want to see something in Stephanie's style, but I really want to hear the story behind it and have that match how beautiful a painting it is. I really want this to be exactly what the challenge is. Your legacy. And I feel like I know Stephanie pretty well. I want to get to know her more. I hope she does something that is somewhere in between who she is and where she's going. And I really just want to see her stand in front of that painting with that confident smile and blow us all away.
I think Rita has some really strong things going for her because she has a very unique style where she plays with negative space. She has very interesting compositions. She also paints very quickly, so that is definitely to her advantage. But I think Rita could be a little bit more vulnerable when sharing her story behind the art. I think she gets in her head a little bit too sometimes, which can hold her back. Part of my doubt, to be really honest, is Rita did incredible in the last challenge for the romance, and what she did with the birds and the landscape took my breath away. I thought it was her best painting she's ever done. So is she going to be able to pull something off even better this time? Like, she made such an amazing piece. You know, how is this next one going to compare to that? Like, will I be comparing the two in my head?
Ellis, I hope she steps out of her own way as far as really doing something bold, and what she comes up with is from a place of beauty inside her heart. And she just comes up with something that she can look at and just feel, that can be the last thing I ever paint. I think there's a lot of room for her to fall into certain habits of overcomplicating composition or tries to do too much. I hope whatever Ellis puts on the canvas really reflects who she is as a person. She has such a beautiful presence. She's so well-spoken. I want to see that confidence. I want to look at it without her in the room and say, damn, whoever painted that is an artist, and she's outstanding.
As the legacies of our finalists continue to take shape, it's worth remembering that the real story of this season isn't found only on the canvas. It's in the growth of the artists who accepted these challenges, and maybe even the ones at home watching who felt inspired to begin a creative journey of their own. Through successes and setbacks, moments of confidence and self-doubt, we grow whenever we're willing to challenge ourselves. It's that pursuit of growth, of self-discovery, that truly makes us artists, and we should all take enormous pride in that.
We created the Outstanding Artist 2-week challenge because we see a huge problem with artists everywhere. So many artists love watching other people create, but they struggle with actually doing the work themselves. And so we wanted to create this challenge to give you the opportunity to complete 5 real amazing creations in just 2 weeks. So over the next 14 days, you are going to be creating 5 real art projects in drawing, oil painting, and acrylics. You're going to start with the foundations, a contour drawing that's going to help you actually learn how to see like an artist. Then you're going to move into a fully rendered drawing of a horse's head in graphite. Then you'll learn how to use the intricacies of oils through creating a vibrant parrot. After that, you're going to take on probably my favorite challenge, the Monster Portrait Challenge. It's going to start out as a monster, but you're going to end up with something that's better than you've ever made. Then for your final challenge, you're going to go abstract. You'll get to watch Dimitra create an abstract and learn step by step how she approaches it, and then take on that freedom yourself. But here's the best part. You're not doing this alone. You're going to be taking this challenge with a bunch of other artists who are going through it at exactly the same time as you. And you'll get feedback on every single piece that you create in this challenge within 48 hours from one of our mastery program coaches. So you're gonna post your work in the dedicated cohort community feed, and you'll get to see what all the other artists who are taking this challenge with you are creating too. There's so many people out there with beautiful art that is stuck inside them. And we're tired of hearing people saying, someday I'll do this. This is your someday. Your challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
I learned so much during this experience, during the Outstanding Artist, not only about art, but also about myself. I learned that I'm capable of way more things than I had imagined. I never thought that I could create sources so fast and get so creative with all the challenges. So that's a really big accomplishment. But I also learned a lot about myself, my emotions, how I experience the highs, the lows, the mids, everything, I think. When I got a low ranking, all the self-doubt came back. Suddenly I was back in a position where I thought I was not good enough. But I also experienced the other side, the highs, which is super amazing to experience. And I think it's good that I recognize now all the stages, And I also have the ability to let it be there, and then after that, get myself together and be positive again, and just accepting that it's part of me, part of my story, and I will be always a perfectionist. But I do think if I can embrace it and acknowledge it, it can help me in the future. Up front, I had the goal to make it to the finale, and now I'm so proud. I cannot even describe it. It's really special to be part of this finale. It's something that I had hoped for and wished for and dreamed of. I think it's only one word that can describe it, and that's being really proud of myself, how far I've came and how many obstacles I've overwon. What part will stay the most with me, it's hard to tell now, because the first few challenges, it feels that they are miles away. It's like such a long time ago we did that, but it's only 4.5 weeks. And the last few days was only full focus on the finale piece. So that's in my head now. But I do think this whole experience was amazing, and I can see that it maybe will be life-changing for me. The way I look at myself, the way I look at my art, the way I think I feel seen with presenting my final piece. The overall feeling is just incredibly proud of myself that I came this far and that I made it and that I am one of the 3 finalists, and that's something I could only dream of. It was an unforgettable experience.
I knew that this experience was going to be very difficult. And honestly, I learned that I rely on people's opinion a lot more than my own. And that I should change that I should listen to myself more and listen to my intuition, what it tells me. I think I came with a big fear to not being able to create fast-paced ideas, which is I can paint fast, but I don't come up with ideas fast. So this has been the most difficult thing, and I had a fear that I won't be able to do good work because of that. I was honestly not in a good mental state, artistic state, creative state, but I am making peace with myself because being in a finale is a huge deal for me. Honestly, I didn't think I would make it this far. I had a lot of doubts that I am not good of an artist as other people think. The show has been very good for me. It showed me that I can do good work. I can troubleshoot. I can fix things if they don't work out. It helped me and proved to me that I need to keep moving forward and trust myself. I mean, this has been incredible. I can't describe it to anybody. I think digging really deep into why certain things mean something to me was very exhausting, but also very rewarding. So I think the experience of constantly pushing myself, going deeper and deeper and understanding myself more, that feeling and that kind of urge to do that more will stay with me the longest. I think only this experience, this kind of push where it's physically exhausting and mentally exhausting can get you to something really raw and meaningful and really change you and set you up on a new path. So makes me happy. Everything that happened here was amazing.
So it's the last morning of the show, and I just want to share my final thoughts. It's been crazy. It's one of those things where I can't believe it's already been 5 weeks, but at the same time, I can't believe it's only 5 weeks. Time has no meaning. I hope when people watch it that they see the real me. It was hard not to be emotional during the show. And it's so funny because I thought in previous seasons, why is everybody so emotional? But I didn't give credit for what the lack of sleep would do and just the intensity of the experience. So I hope that everyone can see that this has been a really joyful process for me. I truly have enjoyed the whole thing, and I've learned so much about myself. I have learned not to listen to limiting beliefs. On the very first episode, there was a moment where Jake had a curveball for us, and he told us that we only had an hour to paint our painting. And my painting was a chimp holding his hand out. Before the show, I had thought that there is no way I'm going to be upset by any of the crazy curveballs that happen or challenges. And I'm typically a pretty even keel person, so I thought I was just going to take everything in stride. And I was honestly shocked by myself at my initial reaction of what? No, you can't do it. It's not fair. I can't do it. There's no way I can manage this. And then I just had a little talk with myself and was like, why? Why don't you think that you can do this? You've painted many faces before. You've painted many hands before. Just do it. What if your life is on the line and you had to do it to save somebody's life? You can do this. It could be bad, but you can do it. And I did it, and it was good. I actually did really well with that one. And so that, I think, will stick with me for a long time. I've done hard things before, and I'll do hard things again. And so that's one of the things that I'll remember.
Every challenge this season has asked something different of these artists, not just as painters, but as people. As a result, they've come away from this experience with a deeper understanding of both their craft and themselves. Now, as the final day of work continues, let's check in and see how they're bringing those lessons into their final paintings of the season.
Tell me about how you're feeling about this.
I feel better than I did when I walked in this morning. I have some areas, what I would call resolve, so that I'm not going to touch again. So now I'm just trying to resolve the different areas and bring them all to the same level of completion.
I remember, I think in the interview you said, I want this sunrise to feel like the very first sunrise we've ever seen. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I can't get it to glow more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
radiant.
Yeah, I want it to be a punch in the gut, kind of
Have you learned anything about yourself with this painting?
I learned that I cannot stay out of my left brain. I already knew that. It's really hard for me to abstract, and it's not as abstract as I would like it to be. This is so big, and you see the details more. So if it was all condensed, I'd be able to show this in a couple of brush strokes. And I'm trying to do that, but then I also don't, because of just the contrast, I don't want it to be just a dark blob. So how do you do that and have the light broken off?
What's the overall vibe that you've had while you've been painting this painting?
I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm nervous, and I'm happy that I'm nervous. And then sometimes I'm oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But in general, I enjoy painting. And so like I've said all along, I know realism is not most people's thing, but it's what I do. And so I just want to represent that well.
Okay, well.
But yeah.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell me about how you felt while creating this.
It's been a roller coaster, for sure. Yesterday, I did not feel very good about it. And today, I'm feeling okay. I still need to find... I'm in the ugly oil stage, there's just... And I'm so overwhelmed. There's so much to do. The oil, some things I'll have to just give up, refinement-wise, because there's no way I can do this big of a painting with the stairs and the tigers and all this stuff in oil in 2 days, you know what I mean? I'm thinking to add one more thing to this painting that wasn't initially in my source, so that's gonna be fun. I don't know, but everything's wet. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I really, really want to make it all work. I don't feel well today, like physically. So I'm struggling.
Do you normally have like this sort of roller coaster feeling with the paintings that you create back home in your studio, or is it just mostly on the show?
Not as much because I have time. You know, I can walk away, come back, nothing is pushing me, you know? It's like you need to give every painting room to breathe and you can't rush it sometimes. So for me, it's kind of like a little bit of a ritual with a painting because I shared it with you, like I can have my own plan for it, but the painting always kind of tells you what it wants to become. And then I have this like cool way to listen to it. And like, I don't know, it sounds like gypsy magic, but I like it. Like this is the cool part about making art. It's like you can't force it on a painting to become something that you wanted it to be, right? So with this painting, I'm very happy that I stuck with the idea. I had the vision for it and I went for it. And I think the story is very strong, which I was worried I wouldn't have a good story for a final painting, but I'm happy it came to me. But now I'm like, how do I do it the way that it's not just a story and like, well, yeah, I can see where she was going with it, but you know what I mean? So I need to find a way to make it impressive and have a good balance of a great painting and a great story.
I wouldn't feel discouraged. I think you have the makings of a masterpiece. Okay. You just need to execute it.
Give me goosebumps. Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you feeling?
Good.
Good.
Enjoying it. Yeah.
What's like been the vibe while you've been creating it that you felt?
Just a lot of joy. I really enjoyed making all the feathers, and I started with all the collage and the inks and the cool backgrounds. Although I was like a little bit terrified when I saw the white canvas. I was overwhelmed. Thought I was not able to do it, but the moment I started, it was a way, actually. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm happy with how it's been going and where I'm at. I'm about to switch to oils, want to do some adjustments in acrylic still, and then I'll go to oils.
What's been the most challenging part of this painting so far?
The face. She has a difficult angle and the source doesn't have much information. It's really flat. That's why I see like this eyelid needs to go down a little bit. And it needs some refinement there. The mouth is too wide here. And I was just doubting, like, am I going to change that in acrylic still? Or am I going to oil and change it in oil? But it's easier to do it in acrylic, I think, because it's just dry in a second here.
Yeah, and it's less risky, I would say. Do you write like little messages in your paintings often?
Yeah. Most of the times, yeah. It's just a little bit about the meaning behind it, and it will complement the story I have with it. And it's going to be faded a bit, so it's not that obvious, but I just wrote it down.
How do you feel about this painting compared to like previous paintings from the show?
I have the same feeling with this one as I had with the first painting after eliminations, the one I won, which is to me a good sign. Well, it feels the same. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about it. So cannot wait to see it finished. It was so scary when it was a blank canvas, but now I'm so happy how it's going. So yeah, we'll see tomorrow. Sell out paints?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The finish line is in sight. When the artists put down their brushes today, their legacies this season will be locked in. And the next time they see these paintings, they'll be in Milan Art Gallery, where the judges and the live audience will decide who earns the title of the outstanding artist. In order to win, creating a great painting won't be enough. The artist also has to communicate the meaning behind their work and show why their legacy deserves to stand above the rest.
I really wanted to create a piece that holds a lot of meaning. Usually when I make paintings, I make them by just being inspired by something that just gives me energy or makes me feel happy or positive. In this painting, I think it's the first painting that I have done that does not necessarily hold just the positive side. I've been thinking why I haven't done meaningful art. I think it's just very hard to put your heart on a canvas. I think that's what happened, because I always try to protect myself, and if somebody doesn't like it, or if it doesn't get me, a win in the show, it will be a hard moment for me. I think I was always playing it safe, and then I'm just happy that I got to show the vulnerable side of me, because we all had moments in life when we just feel empty and don't trust ourselves and lose connection with ourselves. So once I explain the idea, I think it's pretty relatable to a lot of people. I do hope that me telling the story will go well with the painting that I've just done. But I think the idea is there and people will understand it. I have a feeling, because we all have those moments. Although it was pretty difficult to go through the show, I'm happy it happened just so I can make a painting that shows my journey through this competition. I couldn't ask for more than that. I'm so grateful that I have gone through a transformation here. I came here to have a breakthrough in the transformation and to win. And if I got one of those two things, I'm already pretty happy about that.
As far as my final painting, I'm really proud of it, though. But what I hope to show with it is just my appreciation for the beauty of the world we've been given and nature and how important nature is. It's really, the painting is also about light. And to me, light represents energy, and it's this expression of happiness and joy. And the rising sun is really about perseverance, the light shining on a time after darkness. And I know that's pretty, not to be too dramatic about it, but I think what I want people to recognize, I gave up a long career in medicine to do this, and I want people to see that I was not running away from something, but I was running to something. And so if I win, I guess it's a form of validation. And on the other hand, if I don't win, I don't need to win to be validated. I think just being here and being in the finale, my art stands for itself. But I am really happy to be doing this because, I have patients that I cared for 25 years, and it was a really hard thing to leave. And I don't want anybody to think that it was a frivolous decision. And I also don't want people that didn't know me as a physician to think that I left because my career was a failure or that it was running away from something. I am so happy to be away from the stress. That was part of it. But what I was running to was my life that I have here right now, and what dreams I have for my life that I have put off. And so I think that's what I really want to be remembered for. And I really want other people to believe in themselves and to go for their own dreams. I think that's probably the biggest thing. I want to continue to be a role model for that. Anyway, those are my final thoughts before we go and paint this last painting. And the next time I see you, it will be at the finale.
I'm afraid my final masterpiece can give the first impression of just being an angel. So I really hope people go up close and read the poem that is written in there, and also hear about my story behind it, because it's way more than just a woman with wings. It's not an angel. It's about embracing yourself. The part of myself that I put into my final piece is that I think it's all about my journey from the past years. For the longest time, I had the feeling that I was not good enough, not good at something specifically. There were a lot of the things that I was average in, or a little bit above average, but nothing that I really stood out in. When I found art and now have this whole journey with the master program and the outstanding artist, it finally feels that it's an accomplishment and an approval to myself that I'm good enough in life, but also good in something in specific, and that's art. I really hope that part of my journey is visible in my piece. The piece is all about embracing yourself, not trying to be better for the approval from other people, but wrapping your arms around you and be happy with yourself instead of trying to be better. What I did for a long time was trying to do better to get the approval I was looking for, but in the end it's all about me and my own journey, and I'm embracing myself. And the whole piece I made for this final challenge is about embracing yourself, and that's an important journey for me. And I have the feeling that if people read the story and read the poem, that they can really resonate with it.
This is it. This is the final moments of season 4 of painting. They only have 10 seconds left in this challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. With the final brush strokes laid, the work is officially done. It's time to take these finished pieces to Milan Art Gallery and present them to the judges and an awaiting audience for the final critique of the season. This is it. We are here at the gallery in front of a live audience. The artists are about to present their work to the judges, and we're gonna find out who's gonna win season 4 of The Outstanding Artist very shortly. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm so excited. It's been such a long journey, even though it's only been 5 weeks. We started out with 12 artists and we're down to the top 3. I can't wait for you all to see the hard work that these artists put in to get to this stage where they're at right now. Each one of them has a special story and meaning behind their work, and you're about to hear that.
Congratulations, Rita, on making it to the finale. We'd love to hear the story behind your piece.
Thank you. I am very honored to be in the finals. When Jake announced the challenge to us, I knew I needed to do something special, not just a pretty painting or just a symbolism that is inspiring to me. I knew I needed to dig deeper and paint something very vulnerable. I wanted to show my journey that started a little bit, I would say a little bit before the filming started, and closer to the end, so last week probably, I felt that I was completely empty and hollow. We'll have these moments in our lives when we have to ask for help and understand that being completely empty means emptying literally everything out, not just inspiration, but also your doubts and all the negative things. So I wanted to paint a journey when you feel that you are completely empty. You actually are a vessel to accept the divine and maybe new purpose. Go upstairs. Literally just, look up and ask for help and come back whole with purpose. I felt like this story is not just what happened to me, but it happens to a lot of people in general. And we need to be vulnerable and accept that this is just a stage. And I wanted to show the tigers almost like moving. If you look at it, it's kind of like almost like a circle. So it's not just one-time thing that happens to you. You have to do it many times in your life and just accept it and love that stage. That's how we grow. That's why I put a lot of nature elements around it. For me, it represents constant growth and ever-changing dynamic of our life in general.
What did you title this piece?
I titled it When the Light Finds You.
Is there any symbolism behind the bird?
Yeah, the bird literally flew into this painting. I did not want to include it, meaning like I did not include it in my initial source. But as I was painting it and I was thinking about it, something was missing, and I wanted to include a bird as a messenger or a guide that helped you.
I really love that. I was going to ask you about those gold cracks in the background, and I was thinking of like that Japanese technique of the pottery. So
Yeah,
I think that's really cool. Definitely came across.
thank you.
I love how you painted the orange tiger, and we all lived through your story. So it's special to me to see you come out on the other side, you know, victorious, whether you win or you don't win. There's so many things I love about this piece. There's a lot of really beautiful, magical things. I love the little subtle reflection of him in the leaf, even just how the front feet of the orange tiger is placed, the subtle light on his head, all of that. My one critique, you know I sound like a broken record, is the whites. I do think that this would be an even stronger piece if you introduced some more creamy whites, particularly on the head or perhaps in the back as the light is hitting it. Somewhere it would have benefited and unified the color more with the gold frame on that side. I wish that it looked brighter.
I knew you would say that. I did hear though you saying creamy whites. There's something with some sort of resistance in me to creamy whites, and I think I need to find out why and just do it and see what is this resistance is all about. Like, why can't I use creamy white, off-white? I was not happy today that my blazer was today is off-white. Like, I literally brought the wrong blazer. So this is how my relationship with white color is very weird. So, but yeah, no, I very, very appreciate all the feedback, and I'm happy it came through, like the idea, because that was the biggest worry for me. And I think this is the most vulnerable piece that I've done. I realized I don't go deep into meanings of my paintings because I just have a mask. So I really want to push myself further in this direction.
I'm glad you said that. I personally feel like it seems like you've been getting deeper and deeper with the meanings of your art, and you are very deep and you have a lot of things to share. So
You're so close to literally wearing your heart on your sleeve tonight. So, I think as you know, that's always scary, but if you lean into that, that is just one more thing that brings the client through the canvas to you. When they look at you, they are told your story or you're presenting your story. That's what I have found in my experience, people buy art.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful piece to end on. You should be very proud.
thank you.
Stephanie, welcome. Congratulations for making it so far.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear a little bit more about this piece.
This painting is very special to me because this is a photograph of one of my favorite places. The title of this is called Risen. I wanted a painting that really expressed hope. And I love birds in general. They're great symbols of both like place and emotion. In particular, this one signifies Florida for me. It's a special bird that I've only seen here. And I wanted to depict a sunrise because every morning we get a new day. We had a challenge about second chances and redemption. And one of the things that came to me was there always is tomorrow. And it's also about the light coming out of darkness. So there always is light coming. And Jake asked me, what do you want to accomplish with this? I said, I wanted to have it to be the most like epic sunrise you would ever see, and just have that feeling of like how it is in the morning when you happen to be awake and feel that glory of the sun coming up and the freshness in the morning. And again, it's all about that new day, that fresh start. I wanted to paint a piece that was really very much my voice, and I'm stronger in my voice. I am more confident in who I am, and I'm a realist painter. I've been experimenting and trying different things, but in the end, I keep coming back to realism. I love your story. I feel the same way about a beautiful sunrise and all the possibilities of that new day. My only critique I have is I do wish that some of the darks at the bottom got painted into, maybe some of that light hit some things. It probably wasn't in your photo, but I think it would have added to the composition if you included some of that. And then I love how the spoonbill is very dramatically set against the dark. So you need the dark for sure. I just wish painted into the dark was just a little more information, a little more of the landscape, because I think parts of it tend to look a little flat. So that's my only critique.
I'm amazed that you got this level of detail in the time that you had.
Yeah.
I was really curious how you would do in this last challenge because of your realism style, and so you did a great job. Thank you. There's nothing here that feels like unfinished to me. I do agree about the dark. That was kind of one thing that came to mind. Does the spoonbill have like a specific meaning to you?
Other than it just a symbol of Florida, and I love wading birds. My dad was a wetlands biologist, and so his love was to go out and, see all the birds. And this is one that I didn't grow up with. We had herons and egrets and cranes, and until I moved here, I didn't even know what it was. I'd never heard of it before. This is a place where we walk all the time, and so like my husband was there this morning, and there were like 12 of them in this spot. And so it's just, to be able to see that on a day, on a regular basis is just amazing. So I forgot to mention too, I love how your dress matches your painting. It wasn't even on purpose. This is the first thing I saw, and I just gravitated to it. And then everybody said, I didn't even think that yet. And then the other thing I forgot to mention is I love how this is very personal to you, but in a very different way. You walk here every day. You're intimately acquainted with this place, and it plays into your love for realism because you've transferred or translated a moment in your life, that realism into a painting. So thank you. Yeah.
I came in thinking you would have a big disadvantage with telling the story. Because I know your style, I've sold your paintings, I was thinking, it's gonna be hard for her to come up with and I'm a story guy. I wanna hear what it is that you're painting that I can convey to someone and make them fall in love with it. And I just wanna thank you for really changing my mind. There's something so difficult about being photorealistic that people don't realize. And you've done such a great job explaining your story. Who hasn't walked on a morning and felt, the crisp air and just felt this connection to some kind of higher spirit and realized this is around me all the time. You did a fabulous job blending that. I feel like I'm sitting on a chair and having a moment. So I really love this painting.
Thank you. Yeah, great job. You should be very proud.
Congratulations, Ellis. You made it to the finals. Tell us about your piece.
So when we got the challenge to make our masterpiece, I was first very overwhelmed because I was like, what do I paint for this masterpiece? And then I saw the blank canvas, which is taller than me almost. I really got scared. I thought I'm not good enough to be able to do this. So this piece is called She Carried Gold from the Dark, because for a lot of times in my life, I had the feeling that I was not quite good enough in all kinds of things, always the second place, and that really changed my perspective of myself. So I wanted to capture a piece where it's all about embracing yourself. And I think one of the darkest times in my life was after the hard breakup, which I had. And during that relationship, I tried for the longest time to be better, to try harder, to if I measure the standards I put up there for myself, then I will finally get the approval and the validation I'm looking for. And after that breakup, I got a lot of doubts about myself and the things that I did, and maybe I was, again, not good enough. So I worked really hard to overcome that, and I think I did a good job on that. But when I got the invitation for the Outstanding Artist, the first thing that popped in my mind, I'm not good enough for this. I am not able to do this, and what if I go out on the first challenge? And so I was really happy there was the six challenges to at least get in the flow before the eliminations were. When I came here, somehow I got totally maybe a little bit addicted by painting birds. And now I saw the birds everywhere and I'm so surprised. I never had that feeling. And when we got the challenge, I knew I needed to do something with the birds, but also with my personal story. I wrote a little line in this piece. She rose from the fire, not to become someone new, but to come home to herself. And it's a reminder for me as well. But when I created this source, I also created some other sources. And every time I looked at this piece, I got this feeling. So I was like, I need to paint this one. And also during the whole process of painting, I had this feeling of no stress. There was just like, I was enjoying it so much. I think besides all the skills and the things I learned during this incredible experience, I learned a lot about myself.
I think as soon as you saw that blank canvas and said, I'm going to paint something from myself, no matter what happens tonight, I hope you feel and walk away as a winner, because you've opened up a lot. Whoever this breakup or whatever who was responsible for it, I thank him.
I do it too sometimes.
You know, it's such a universal thing. It could be some catalyst in everyone's life that leads to the next step and the next step after that. And they can give you all the critique on technical stuff. I love the story. I love how vulnerable you are. And when I hear paint your masterpiece, to have that reaction, I really feel it from you and I believe it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think your story really resonates with this piece. And when I look at it, I feel like she's an angel. Like that's just the feeling I get. And it's this very strong sense of like innocence. Be in a place to love and accept yourself, you have to believe like you have this innocence inside you.
I like that. Thank you. There's so many beautiful parts to it. I love how the color transitions from the pink to the turquoise. Also, the head position is very difficult. It's a bit foreshortened.
Yeah, I had troubles with that.
One of my favorite paintings I've ever seen was the piece you did in Miami that was on our poster. So I've kind of been expecting a lot from you. I love the use of gold. So I'm glad that you made it this far, and I think you did a really good job.
Thank you so much.
Three final presentations, three unforgettable stories told on the canvas. The artists have given everything they have to the theme of your legacy, and now their fate rests entirely in the hands of the panel. As the final deliberation begins, take one last look at these masterpieces, because one of them will soon earn their creator the title of the Outstanding Artist.
Wow, tough.
Yeah, I mean, it is really tough. I mean, we kind of knew as, the competition continued week after week, we just saw their work get, more deep and powerful and just, really, really incredible painting for the time constraints that they have and the conditions. It's super impressive. And it's truly difficult to choose what is the best painting.
I think this prompt would really challenge me, like thinking if this was your last painting, this was like your legacy and what everyone would know you for, like what do you want to say? It's a lot of pressure.
Totally.
I think.
That's what I thought. You don't have parameters to hide behind. You have to stare at a blank canvas, and that is terrifying for many artists. So looking at the overall body of work, what they've done throughout the season is all things we got to think about.
For Ellis, I think it is completed with excellence. There's nothing on the piece that feels unfinished to me or unrefined. The flowers might be like the best flowers I've seen her paint. I do wish that her main subject, that woman, was a more universal or symbolic or maybe see-through a little bit with the background. When I look at it, it looks like a specific person. Like someone who buys this that person has to really resonate, that specific look.
The interesting thing too is you hear their story, but just visually, they're different. And visually to me, I think Ellis's has maybe the least contrast in it. So my eye kind of wanders down the line.
That's true. Yeah.
It does have a very soft and dreamy color palette, but it doesn't have a lot of bold aspects to it to stand out on a wall.
Yeah, to me, it's super feminine. Like it's absolutely done with excellence, and you can't look at it and not say, wow, that's truly beautiful. And I know, she painted her masterpiece for her, but in the end, there's just a very specific type of person that would want this.
The gold in it, she does have almost like this regal style, this use, very elegant. It can really fit in a lot of places, but it's calming to me. That's the thing I feel.
Yeah.
With Rita's piece, I feel like it just has this really powerful energy that's just pulling me in. And there's just so much to look at. I feel like my eyes just really going around every part of the canvas. I feel like on the White Tiger, I really agree with what you said about adding some other kind of warmer whites mixed in. I think that would have taken it to a whole new level.
Another thing with hers is the lighting on it.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's, I think, just tweaked a little bit, and that inner border is so prominent. All the aspects, all the little extra gold she added is more prominent than when I was actually listening to her talk about it, which I think is a great thing. It's good to have the dynamic style.
I love the little flecks of gold. I think she did that so well.
Yeah, I love that too.
It really makes, she can be so graphic in like a lot of straight lines, but that's an organic shape happening. I think she just blended the two so well.
And I think this is, for me, one of my favorite pieces she's done in terms of cutting up the negative space and using the positive and negative of the botanicals and plants. There was a couple times in there where I felt like that didn't come off as good, but I feel like it's very balanced and dynamic, and it's so easy to live with.
With that said, let's move on to Stephanie.
I think she captured that feeling she was hoping for. It really brings hope and that feeling of a new day, like all the possibilities. Like every challenge, she's been taking risks, and she took a risk going with a picture she literally just took a few days ago.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
Her own picture.
yeah, it does prove like her confidence and knowing her strengths and abilities. And I think the glow of the sunrise is like one of the best sunrises I've seen painted.
Yeah, and I love how the bird really looks like it's on a mission, it has just such a personality, just looking at it.
I think with Stephanie, she has such a great story and spirit, and I think she really captured that. When I think of paint your masterpiece, I really see her on them.
This was really tough. Definitely the most difficult time judging so far. But I think I've made my decision.
I agree. Trying to separate the whole body of work, who they are as an artist, what they've done throughout the challenge, down to just these 3 individual paintings has been the hardest part for me as far as judging it, but I think I've also made a decision on my top 3.
I've made my decision too, and I'm so excited to see, who is going to be the outstanding artist.
Well, every once in a while you get to witness something special. Something that's more than just skill, more than hard work, more than even dedication. It's like truly a breakthrough. And the crazy thing is I feel like every single one of you experienced that this season. Not just in your art, but in your personal lives. In the interviews that you guys have had with me and, sharing your stories, sharing your lives, sharing your hearts. And it's been such a special season, really. It's been such an honor to be your guys' host throughout this. And I'm so happy that each one of you made it to the finals. You guys really did an amazing job, and you should be so proud of yourselves. 3 extraordinary journeys, 3 final masterpieces. By translating their deeply personal stories into a lasting legacy, these artists have proven that true talent transcends the brush. But after weeks of grueling challenges, evolution, and breakthroughs, only one can claim the ultimate prize. The final decision is here. Who will be crowned the outstanding artist? Tonight, one of you, it was a clear choice. The judges, the cast, the Society of Professional Artists, the audience, they chose as well. And the winner of season 4 of The Outstanding Artist and the $25,000 prize. Rita. Congrats.
I'm just happy. And the weight that I put on me was lifted. Like, because I'm an anxious person. Literally, my brain create exit strategies to not freak out and kind of like deal with the thing before it happened. My life has been filled with disasters that never happened to me. And that, for me, is, I feel light again.
It was an amazing experience. It is not for the faint of heart. And there was some crazy, intense stuff, but that's like, you know, like you learn stuff about yourself, and those are the places where you grow and change, and you also like make those connections with people in a different way than you do on a normal day-to-day basis, because it is so intense. I came for a challenge and I got the challenge, and so I feel really proud of myself.
Good job, Alice.
It was such a roller coaster.
I don't think people realize how intense it is.
No, that's what I was like trying to explain. It's just impossible. Well, my watch was saying, when you're doing high movement exercise, your heartbeat is like, you need to take a break. What are you doing, girl? Maybe you should take a break. I was like, yeah, I don't have time. I need to finish this piece. It's an emotional roller coaster because you put everything in it. I also know for the judges, it's really hard. It just takes a while to like process this all and just like be okay with not being the best.
Cheers.
Oh my God. Speech. Well, when I came, I was coming here and I said, I'm not gonna cry. But I've cried so many times this past week, I think, and it was, I think, the hardest thing I've done in my entire art career, which is not that long, but it's still a huge thing for me to do. To be vulnerable, to push myself, to work 12 hours a day, which I never do that. I take short breaks between sessions. And it was absolutely incredible to do it with people who became my friends, supported me, like Jake, you, to your grandma, to your mom, to all the filming crew, to all the people that have lived in Airbnb. I mean, this is the most special experience that I've had so far. So thank you so much.
That's a wrap for season 4. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting these artists. And if you want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because we plan on doing this for seasons to come. I want to have 30 seasons, 40, 50 seasons of The Outstanding Artists, and that will only be because of you guys watching and supporting these artists. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of this journey, and go create something.
Let's go. They're gonna do mixed media materials. Woo! Cut, get her out of here, done.
Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought.
I'm your host.
I love the wrinkles because it's like, yeah, maybe because I have them.
Speed painting is hard.
Start with the top.
How are you doing?
Do not annoy me.
Yeah, there's madness cooking up here, but you know what else is new? Oh, jeez.